Hello world, welcome to the Crazy Gentleman YouTube channel. I'm your host, the Crazy Gentleman, and the purpose of today's video is to give you a little intro on what you could expect to see on this channel and a little bit of a background on what's going on here. And more importantly, for you, the listener, we're doing a little video here to start this channel off and to kick the Patreon off. So quick little background. I started a podcast about 2 years ago. This week will be episode number 59. And the last 2 years has been a little on and off with the podcast, you know, taking breaks here and there. But I've been steady for the last 6 months now, and I'm full charge ahead. I've made the decision to commit to this thing and really start to grow it and bring it to more media platforms. And YouTube is one of them. I've never taken any money for this particularly, so I'm starting the Patreon now and taking on sponsors and all that stuff. So let's start that off, and then I'll give you a little background on maybe what you could expect to see here and a little bit of a history of the podcast and all that. So yeah, let's start with the fun stuff, man. The giveaway, the stuff you guys want. So here's the gist of this giveaway too. I'm going to be giving to, the rules here are going to be, you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and become a Patreon member. Patreon membership starts at $5 a month. That's $1.25 a week. That's not much. As you'll see, as anyone knows who follows me already, I travel all over the damn country. All these shows are face-to-face. I don't just phone it in. Anyways, yeah. So $1.25 a week is where you start with that. And on up, go to the Patreon page. You can see the tiers that I have set up and what you're going to get out of them. But for starters here, first 10 subscribers to the YouTube, follow my Instagram, and become a Patreon member. We're going to go with, and with all of this, you're going to get to pick your size for the most part. This Lexan shirt is the first giveaway. This is a Lexan t-shirt, size XL. You will not be able to pick your size here. Lexan t-shirt and a Lexan sticker. This thing's a little folded up here. But it's a really thick sticker. I don't know what you would call it. It's like a heavy duty sticker. Anyways, and you can also head to Lexan, lexan-moto.com, punch in the code word crazy for 15% off at checkout. They make the best audio devices for inside your helmet. If you're a motorcycle rider, it's an awesome thing to have. I know not everyone rides motorcycles that listens to this channel, but for the most part, that's what this channel is. Anyways, you get a Lexan t-shirt, size XL. All right, next one. Oh, and also with all of these, whatever order you subscribe to all of this in, you will get to pick this prize. In order, whatever's left is what you'll get. So you pick the Lexan shirt, the next guy ain't gonna get to pick a Lexan shirt. It's gone. We have Evan Simbita Custom Knives. Anyways, there's a shirt, also size XL. Evan threw in a bunch of koozies. You're gonna get the shirt, a koozie, and he threw in some stickers. So you're gonna get a sticker and a cool little business card with all his info. You can check that out. Da-da-da. And yeah. He threw in a bunch of koozies and some stickers. I'm going to just randomly throw those in some other packs also. So you'll get a few little things with your t-shirt. But anyways, Evan Simbita shirt, pretty sweet, size XL. Evan makes custom knives, the best custom knives. Here's one of mine. Here's another one of mine. This one's really awesome. This was actually Evan's personal knife that is now mine. Pretty cool. Little EDC model that he calls the Finch. This one is in Magna Cut. I'll probably do a video on all this, so I'm not going to get too in the weeds right now. This is my favorite hunting knife. This thing is awesome. This is really an all-round knife that he does. I use it for hunting, camping, whatever. Like I said, we're not going to get too in the weeds with this because I'll do more videos. So maybe a knife giveaway in the future. We'll see how generous Evan's feeling and where this channel goes. The next one is my friend Chicken Rick, Chicken Fried Choppers. This shirt is just a sample. What I'm doing with Rick is you could go to whoever the winner that chooses the Chicken Fried Choppers. You could go to his website and pick whatever shirt style you want, whatever size you want, and that'll get shipped to you. This is just a sample, a personal shirt of mine. It is my personal favorite, the Neighborhood Nightmare. And I'm sure, knowing Rick, he'll throw in a bunch of patches, stickers, and whatever other goodies, man. He always goes a little above and beyond. But this is just for the purpose of this video. Pick any shirt you want, pick any size you want for that one. And like I said, throw in all these koozies, all this cool stuff. Whee! Next one is Kenny's House of Horsepower. Kenny is an engine builder out of Phoenix, Arizona, a friend of mine, and he threw in a little shirt for this giveaway. It's his Waffles and Blow style shirt. This particular shirt also is a size XL, so this is what you're getting. You're not picking the size on this one either. Another XL. Sorry, I didn't really think of the whole send the size thing when I started this, when people started sending these things in. Next, you're gonna get one of my shirts, a Crazy Gentleman shirt. You could, now with this, I'm just gonna show you all these samples here. With all of the Crazy Gentleman shirts, you could pick your color, your size, and your style. But this is one of them in, I would call it like an army green kind of a color, like a foliage green. And that is just the Crazy Gentleman script. Another one in just a standard gray color with the Crazy Gentleman script. I should probably get that a little closer. Pick your size. And then my favorite is this bad boy, the logo t-shirt. That is me on my FXR in Colorado. Maybe I'll do a little video on how that picture came to be. But that's all real stuff. Anyways, you'll get to pick that one. Same deal, any size. And then this bad boy that I'm wearing from Bare Knuckle Performance, man. This is their new hoodie. They just came out with this thing a couple weeks ago. It is made in America, just like all of their stuff. Their parts, their apparel, everything. It's all made in America. How many pieces of clothing do you have made in America? This thing sports the eagle on the sleeves. Bare Knuckle logo with another little eagle. This thing is badass, dude. It is my new favorite hoodie. It fits just right. Not like a lot of hoodies where it like, you know, crunchy collar here and like, dude, it fits just right. It's awesome. So that's the other one. So we got 5 different brands and the Crazy Gentleman stuff. There'll be 10 all together. First 10 subscribers, follow me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram and you're seeing this video, shoot me an email. If you're a Patreon, you could either shoot me a message on Patreon or shoot me an email. I think the link for an email will be in the Patreon or on the YouTube. I'll put a link somewhere. If you don't have Instagram and you want to get in on this, Patreon and subscribe to the YouTube channel and I'll make an exception if you're in the first 10. If not, if you're on Instagram and you write me that letter, you ain't getting nothing. No liars. yeah, so that's the purpose of this. Oh, and in all of this, I'll be sending a bunch of my stickers too, to whoever. Obviously, pretty cool stickers with the logo. Where else should I go with that? I don't know. That's about it. So, yeah, and for the most part, if you guys don't listen to the podcast, if you're seeing this for the first time, the podcast is basically more or less cars. Very professional here. My phone's going off. Cars, motorcycles, artists, musicians, you know, whatever. Painters, tattoo artists, metal artists, you name it. And the people that make all those worlds so special. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to keep saying here. But anyways, that's the purpose of this channel. For the most part, you're just going to see the podcast interviews. But I'm also going to sprinkle in some other stuff. Maybe some behind the scenes stuff. Maybe some motorcycle tech videos. Maybe, you know, a few knife reviews. Like cool little knife review from Evan. Maybe some videos of some personal bikes in my collection, little stories and backgrounds on them, and maybe some other stuff like that. Like as you can see in the background here, it's a pretty interesting house I got going on here. Maybe, you know, just some background stories on like how I got this alligator, where that elk came from, you know, why the hell there's a squirrel on my wall, whatever. This table that you guys can't really see, but it's pretty cool. Wild stories behind these things. That's kind of what you'll get on this channel. But the real main purpose is to bring video to my podcast and get it on another platform to continue to grow it. So, oh, and also something else that I've never asked for since I started this whole thing that I'm going to start to ask for is please rate, review, like, subscribe to the podcast, the YouTube, all that stuff. Nothing's going to change on the podcast end of things also. If you're already a current podcast subscriber or listener, nothing's going to change there. All I'm doing is just adding YouTube to all of this. And it's basically going to be the same thing on YouTube as the podcast, except for I have an intro in the podcast with a musical intro and outro. That's not going to be on the YouTube channel right now. Once I get this more refined and honed in and I'm better with the editing, maybe I'll add that. And also I have my friend Rodney, Evo Jesus, that you guys hear on the podcast. He does little intros and clips. That's not going to be on the YouTube for now until I figure out how to do the editing a little better and smoother with that. So that's the only thing you're going to lose with YouTube, but you're going to get all the visual. Anyone who listens to the podcast now knows I do, like I said, I do this all face-to-face, on location, or in this house here. So with the YouTube channel, when I walk around the shop and we're talking about the guests' personal stuff and what's going on in their shop, or when people pop in and say hi and interrupt the show, like I said, I do little to no editing, so I keep it all very raw. You'll get a video of all this, which is pretty cool, which is also why I'm starting this. I feel like because of the way I do this podcast, I'm almost doing it an injustice to just have audio. So I think it's going to be a real big upgrade to the listener experience to add video to this. I've kind of thought that since the beginning. I'm doing a real injustice here, not bringing the visual to everything that's going on. It's not your average podcast where we're just sitting in a studio. So that's it, man. I think this is a big upgrade. I think this is going to be a total game changer, and I'm really excited for the future. Yeah, please find the Patreon. It's just the Crazy Gentleman Patreon. It's the Crazy Gentleman on Instagram. It's the Crazy Gentleman on YouTube. It's the Crazy Gentleman everywhere. That's another exciting thing. The crazygentleman.com was not available when I started all this. Some dude hit me up and tried to get me to buy it. That's why the website is the crazygentlemanpodcast.com. But now it's also going to be, it's all going to just be linked together. So you guys will never notice this. But that's exciting too. This week, I was able to acquire the crazygentleman.com. So it's just simply the Crazy Gentleman everywhere. That's it. And I didn't have to pay for it. I got lucky. Whoever that guy was, don't own the website no more. And that's mine. I bought another website that you guys will see in the future for another company that I'm starting. It'll all be, you'll see it all. It'll all be integrated in here. It's all going to work together. Some pretty cool stuff, man. And yeah, I don't know. You guys will just see more and more of all this stuff coming up. But just a quickie little intro. Go find me, and wherever you listen to the podcast, please give me a rating. Write a little review. That helps so much. I wish I knew about all this when this all started, including the YouTube algorithm. I don't know much about it. I'm just learning the YouTube algorithm now. But I do know that to subscribe and rate, give it a little thumbs up. Wherever you listen to the podcast, please give it a little positive rating. It helps so much in the way that the search engine puts me in the algorithm. Yeah, that's it, man. Or woman, whoever's listening. Just thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the future. And just a heads up too, even though this isn't kind of date relevant, the first video episode, which I'm also going to be putting out kind of right after this, as soon as I can figure out all this editing and stuff, will be Detroit Antique Motorcycles, Randy Hayward. I'm very excited for this one. So that'll be the first YouTube episode coming up right after this, really. Enjoy. I'll talk to you guys soon.